Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. This is Andrew coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica, and I want to let you know I appreciate the kindness, the support, the energy, and everything you guys are doing to help the channel grow. God bless you all. Thank you. I love you all. Today's topic is going to be the things the narcissist does. Now these can be quirky, they can be different, unusual. Just see if you experience some of these things. And if you do or don't, please drop a comment below. Let's get the conversation going and let's hear what you guys say. So here we are. The first one, I wrote these down just now. So the first one that I always found unusual, and I don't know if you guys experienced it, but the narcissist would always be walking in front of me. So let's say that we're going to a friend's house or we're going to the beach, whatever we're doing. Like we're at the beach, we're at the hotel, but we're going to the beach itself. The narcissist would always be like, I don't know, 10, 15 feet in front of me, walking. Like they couldn't get there fast enough. And I couldn't figure this out for years. Like why? What's the rush? What's the big thing? I suppose it's just a way for the narcissist to take the lead, take charge, and show that they're dominant and they're gonna get there first. Kind of like a lead dog. Whatever, it was always weird to me, but they would always walk in front. They just couldn't walk casually with you side by side and enjoy a conversation. It was like always a race to get wherever we were going. So that's number one. The next one is interrupting. The narcissist interrupts all the time, at least mine did. So you would be having a conversation about anything, it doesn't matter what it was, and you were trying to get your point across. Maybe something, you know, some breaking news that you wanted to share, and you would start to say it, and then you're deflated because they interrupted you. They would either change the topic, diminish what you said, or add in something on their end about what you're talking about. Point being, you rarely got your point across because, again, they weren't listening, they don't care. And if you are the center of attention, even for a brief conversation, it doesn't fly with the narcissist. They don't like it, they're not gonna tune in, and they don't care. And I'm telling you, interruption, like for me personally, being interrupted is difficult. I think it is for most people. Because you're trying to express yourself, you're trying to let someone know exactly what's on your mind. When it is the significant other or the narcissist and they're constantly interrupting you, you find yourself like, okay, I have this information, should I share it? I don't know, because they're not only not gonna care, but I'm gonna get interrupted and I won't even get my point across. So that happened frequently also. This one started so early in the relationship, I can't tell you, but it would be telling me how to behave or how to act in front of others. Yes. Kind of like when you have a child and you're like, hey, you know, Timmy, Susie, let's behave this way. You know, we're at a friend's house. Let's behave properly. That kind of thing. This is what I dealt with for years. Like, I could go into so many videos about specific situations, but I dealt with this. I would be told, not asked, like, hey, go say hi, do that. You know, they're like, hurry up, go do this. What are you doing? Like, blew my mind. And yeah, I did put up with it. I don't know why, but I did. So if you're being told what to do or how to behave or how to act, it's remarkable that as an adult someone actually tells you that and that I did it. But like, wow, that's amazing to me. Giving gifts. So when we would give gifts to family members, friends, whomever, they had to be the one that gave the gift. Like it's coming from them. I'm sure a lot of you guys experience that. It's like, look at me, here's the gift that I gave you. When in fact it wasn't, it was myself and the narcissist and our family many times. We would be giving the gift. The narcissist didn't like that. They needed to get attention and say, yes, I'm presenting the gift. And I know for a fact you guys have experienced that one. Here's one that happened towards the end of the relationship for me. We would be, again, we went to the beach so often, but we would be driving to the beach, and there were times here in Costa Rica, there are times that you can't really get radio reception or internet reception, let's put it that way, not radio, because there are mountains. And then there would be a silence in the car, just a natural silence. And guys, this country is beautiful. So when there's a silence, and meaning like there's nothing playing, there's no music, or there's nothing. And there's a silence, it's actually peaceful. You can look around and enjoy the beautiful country and talk, and just that's what healthy, normal people do. No. There would be this weird time, and like I said, it happened towards the end of the relationship, when it would just be an awkward, like an awkward humming, like, like something like that. And I could never figure this out, but it happened about a year before the discard. And it would always be when there was just silence. And I was like, to myself, I was thinking, that's something a child does. Like, I haven't heard somebody do that in my adult, I don't remember the last time. But the narcissist picked this up for some strange reason. If you guys know, let me know. But they did it. And I could not pinpoint it. And I promised myself, I was like, I need to figure this out. Like, I can hear it like it was yesterday. I could never put my finger on it, why they did it. I have better understanding now, but I don't fully get it. But the awkward humming was just so strange to me. It was almost as if, hey, there was silence and I have two choices: to talk to you, which of course I don't want to do, or to just make up something in my head to keep myself occupied. And that's the conclusion I came up with. This one used to really drive me crazy, and it happened from the very beginning of our relationship. It would be this. If we were going to an event or an occasion, or again, someone's house, a party, whatever, and the narcissist was already there, and most times they would be there. Like, and how do I say this? If I was coming from, say, the house, and the narcissist was coming from work or wherever, then at times we would not go together and we would arrive at different times. So that happened for numerous reasons, of which one is like we have kids and I was always with the kids. The point is if that happened, then the narcissist, let's say, was there first, which many times they wanted to be there first because, of course, they just need to get there first. That's just the way it worked. But when we got there, the narcissist would act like they basically didn't even know me. Not like, a hug or a kiss or like, hey, how are you? That kind of thing. It would just be like, yeah, okay, you're here. And it used to blow my mind, because when you're married or you're in a relationship with somebody, you should be held at a higher level than most people, especially if you're married. But no, it was just like I was just another guest, and it was, wherever we went to, it was almost as if the narcissist was more comfortable in that environment, meaning that house. Let's say it was a house, a friend's house. They were almost more comfortable in that environment and just acting like they owned it, and like, yeah, you're here, you're a guest, it's great. It was so strange and awkward. So if you guys experienced that, drop in the comments below. This one I know for a fact you've experienced. You have, you are having a conversation with people or whatever, and then you would say something, and then let's just pretend you just met somebody. So it's you, the narcissist, and a couple other people. The narcissist would agree with the new person, the stranger, whoever that is. They would just agree with them randomly. Like, yeah, I like that. And you're like, no, you don't. That's not the way you feel. And I've heard you say the opposite 1,000 times. But so they would just completely agree with random things that a stranger would say over things you would say. And they wouldn't support you in a conversation. And this did happen frequently. And again, I would be like, what is this? Like we're married. You're supposed to support me, but more importantly, we've had this conversation behind closed doors so many times, but yet we're having this conversation now amongst strangers or just people we just met, and you're totally taking the other side. You talk about not somebody having your back or support. That's what the narcissist does and did completely. And then the final one for the list is, if I was talking with the narcissist and I had an idea, like, hey, you could do this to better the business, or you could do this to improve this. The narcissist would regularly not be like, hey, I like that, Andrew, I think I'm going to do it. They would be like, just absorb it, not give you acknowledgement, not talk about it much further. And I'm telling you guys, like the next day we'd be talking, and the narcissist would come right back to me and say, I have this great idea for the business. It's this and this. And essentially what it would be is the exact same thing you told them the day before. And I would be like, really? Like, I just had that idea yesterday and I told you that. And they'd be like, no, so-and-so told me this. And I think maybe it would have a little difference, or maybe it wouldn't. But the idea is you're not going to get credit. Zero. Nothing. It's going to come from a stranger or someone else, some new source of supply. And that's another one that I experienced, and I would frequently be like, oh my God, is this real? Like, you can't even support your significant other or your husband, like in the idea that he gave you just yesterday. Guys, it happened all the time. So those are just some of the things that the narcissist does, and the games they play and how they treat you and behave. If you experienced any or all of these, please drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I appreciate it. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to end the video now from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. God bless you all. I love you all. Keep sharing the content and helping to grow the community. God bless you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.